Hi, welcome to Senior Savvy. I'm Jane Wells, your host for today's show. Senior Savvy is brought to you by the Oshkosh Senior Center, where it's our mission to enrich the quality of life for adults ages 50 and older. And as usual, we have a lot of exciting things happening at the Oshkosh Senior Center that I'm going to share with you today. And a little bit later, you're going to hear about a new program we have coming up, especially if you're looking to change your lifestyle. But first, before we go into that, I'd like to talk to you about our Veterans Day event that's going to be coming up. Veterans Day is going to be, our Veterans Day breakfast is going to be Tuesday, November 11th at 7:45 at the Oshkosh Senior Center. And if you'd like to partake in that, we just ask that you give us a call and let us know that you'll be coming. And special this year is we have a shuttle bus that will take you to another Veterans event after our breakfast. And that is because of our collaboration with Oshkosh North. They also have a Veterans Tribute ceremony. And so when you're done with breakfast with us at the Oshkosh Senior Center, come on over, hop on that shuttle bus and go on over to Oshkosh North to enjoy their veterans activities. So we hope we can see you all on Veterans Day, and thank you very much to those of you who have served. One other great thing we have going on right now at the Oshkosh Senior Center is a program called Senior Connects. And it is a collaboration with Oshkosh North community students, where the students are coming on over to the center and they are working with seniors within the center to help learn electronic devices. And the whole goal behind it all is that we help to combat isolation of our seniors. Seniors living alone or being alone in the home and not being able to connect with anybody tends to lead to some bad outcomes, and we're trying to avoid that. And so thank you to the Women's Fund of the Oshkosh Area Community Foundation, who gave us a grant to help fund this program. We were able to buy some devices, and we were able to pay for busing for the students to come on over. So the students come over on Tuesdays and Thursdays and spend an hour working one-on-one with seniors, learning technology on a variety of different devices. So anything basically that a senior would want to learn, the student, we match them up with a student who is willing to teach that. So that's a great program we have. It is called Senior Connects, and we have one that's in session right now. But the great news is that we are starting another one in February. So just give us a call at the center, 232-5300, if you would be interested in being a part of the Senior Connects program, where the students come over and work with you one-on-one to help you learn devices and a bunch of different programs within technology and things like that. There's a lot to say. So it's November, Christmas is coming, or it's around the corner, and of course, after the holidays, a lot of people tend to make New Year's resolutions, and I think the number one New Year's resolution is what? I'm going to lose weight, right? Well, we have a fabulous program coming to the Oshkosh Senior Center, and my guests today are going to share and tell you a little bit about it and hopefully inspire you to really make some of those lifestyle changes that will benefit you greatly. So I'd like to welcome my guests, Jim and Amanda. Hello.
Hello.
Great. Why don't you each just introduce yourselves a little bit and tell us a little bit about yourselves.
My name is Jim Meyer. I'm a resident of Oshkosh, and I came up with this idea of this program when I took the Biggest Loser program this summer at the Senior Center. Mm-hmm. It was a program to help us try to lose weight over a period of time, and during that time I lost the weight I intended to. Mm-hmm. But it made me think of the time I went through the MOVE program that the VA puts on to help people change their lifestyle. Not only lose weight, but gain exercise and everything else.
Sure.
And so I proposed a chance for that to happen. I went to the program in 2008, and it's been upgraded so much since that time with all the handouts that we have available to us that I think it's time we brought it to the seniors, and there's a lot of people like me, or natural built Santa Clauses, that would like to lose some weight.
Right. Well, and you know, you've really been spearheading this effort, and we're going to hear a little bit more about some of your journey that led you to do that. But thank you, because what you guys are about to unfold could really make a difference in people's lives.
We hope so.
Yes.
And I'm Amanda Ubalodi. I am the fitness coordinator at the Senior Center. I started here in January of last year. I was also an intern here during my college, and I just love the Senior Center, so I wanted to come back and participate in that. So I teach classes, I do personal trainings, I do equipment trainings at the fitness center, I do assessments. I was actually in charge of the Biggest Winner program that Jim was in, and I helped him to lose the pounds that he was wanting to lose, which was really nice. So I'm hoping that this program will also be able to help some other people get their goals read too. So.
Well, I'm sure it will. So Jim, why don't you just tell us what got you here in terms of, kind of the journey you've been on?
I've been up and down and losing weight all the time. I gain it, I lose it, I lose it and gain it. I'm just not static. I don't maintain it. I would like, and this is very selfish on my part, I'd like to lose it again, only this time keep it off. The first time I took the program in 2008, I was prescribed to do so by my doctor,
Right.
who was noticing that my triglycerides were getting higher, my blood sugar was, I was pre-diabetic, my HDL was very low, and he suggested a program like this. To me, I felt healthy, so I was not committed to the program. And to do this properly, you have to be committed that you want to do it, and then you want to continue to do it.
Right.
I think I'm at that point right now, so selfishly, I wanted to put this in place so I could lose weight again and help other people do the same thing.
And yet it's not very selfish because you've put a ton of time and work into this. And, you know, if a benefit of it is that in leading it, that you do lose the weight that you're hoping to, and you can model for the people that are in it, that's great. But I don't think that's actually selfish at all.
Well,
Just
whichever.
my opinion. So, all right. So what exactly is the Smart Style Lifestyle?
Stay
Help me
smart.
There we
Stay
go.
Smart Lifestyle. Stay Smart Lifestyle has a foundation of the MOVE program, which is the VA program. The VA only offers this program to veterans.
Right.
But they allow us to have access to all the handouts that they use, and we can actually utilize the outlines they have for each of the instructors. So we're going to use that as the foundation for our program. So it's nothing new. Over 500,000 people have gone through this program.
Right.
We have testimonials where people have lost weight. What's common about them, they lost weight, they did exercise, they actually reduced their health problems and reduced the amount of medications they take, and continue to do this into now.
Right.
All the testimonials that we found are the same thing. And people lost anywhere from 45 to 100 pounds plus.
Right.
And that was never the intent. The intent was, how can I change my lifestyle so I can continue to do what I'm doing, not just lose the weight.
Right, and I think that's really the key. This isn't just about losing weight.
No.
This is about changing your lifestyle. And some of those numbers that you had talked about earlier, you know, your triglycerides and the HDL, I mean, you had shared with me how much of an improvement you have seen in your blood work and things like that, and in your overall health, you know, from losing the weight and things like that.
I'm healthy but fat, yes. Okay, so now I want to be healthy but not as obese.
Right, but more fit.
Yes.
Exactly. All right. So if somebody might be kind of interested in this, what does this program offer a participant? How does
One,
it
it
differ
offers
from
Amanda.
all the others that are out there?
It offers Amanda, and at each session, Amanda will be there to help with exercise, starting with very basic and building on as people go along.
Right.
And try to get them on the path to doing exercise every day, or at least 4 or 5 days a week, both upper body, lower body, and so forth. She can do more of
Right.
that.
Yep, so I'll be basically the coordinator of the program along with Jim, and I will be at every session to, you know, talk my part about exercise. Every week I'll kind of build, you know, as far as intensity goes.
Sure.
I do also offer personal training for anybody that wants that during the program, you know, just to kind of assist even a little bit more than they may get in the program itself. So,
Right.
yeah.
So somebody is hearing this and they think, wait a minute, you want me to exercise? And you're saying you're going to build on it. But the intention is not, I mean, you're not going to start out at a mile that first day
No,
or
we're going to
something.
start
Take
very,
people
very
where they're
slow.
at, right?
Because some people are very, very sedentary, don't do anything. So
Right.
obviously we're not going to start crazy right away. You know, we're going to slowly
Right.
build on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because that could be an intimidating
Oh,
factor
definitely.
for somebody
Definitely.
who doesn't
Yeah.
get out and do
Because
much.
I've taught all different intensities, so I can start, you know, the lowest possible intensity for people.
Great.
So-
So you're going to be there at every meeting.
Yes.
Okay, and then you're going to talk about the fitness and the health benefits, and you know, and encourage exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And then it sounds like you have things outside of that meeting, which will help to support people who are in it,
Yes.
right? Okay. So do you want to talk a little bit about that? Like, what other things are there within Oshkosh Senior Center that will help to support the program?
Sure. We have many different exercise classes. So Monday through Friday, we have exercise classes 8 to 9 in the morning. We have a cardio mix class Monday, Wednesday. We have a flex and stretch Tuesday, Thursday, 8 to 9. We have an instructor's choice on Friday. They're all, again, very different intensities. You come at your own pace. You know, don't worry about what the other person next to you is
Right.
doing. Just go at whatever pace works for you. Someone may come in and do, you know, just a couple of the movements very slowly.
Right.
Some people may be going full force. Just do what you can do because it's better than nothing. We also have the fitness center, and that is open 6:45 to 4 Monday through Friday. That's another good offering. It used to be required that I would have to train them and do a fitness assessment in order to join. Now it's recommended, so if they do want to make an appointment with me for that, they can, or they can just, you know, sign some paperwork and a liability form and join.
Sure.
We also have a movement exercise class, which is for people that have movement issues like Parkinson's disease, and that's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 o'clock. So that's another offering. You don't have to have Parkinson's or a specific movement
Sure.
disorder. Maybe if you just want to have some exercise that's not very intense. It's more of a
Right.
seated chair class, some standing portions, but mostly just limited mobility stuff. We also offer yoga. We have Tai Chi classes. I mean, it's tons
Right.
of stuff we offer in the newsletter. So
Right.
a lot of different stuff to do.
Yep. And some of those components we're going to talk about too, Jim, in terms of, what can they expect from their involvement? What kind of education or what kind of resources are going to be available to them? And you've been working very hard on this aspect of it.
We have the handouts first off. Each of those have been modified over time. When I first started this class, they were red, green, all kinds of different colors. Now they're all standardized, which are very good background that people can read and understand what we want to do and what's going to go on. Helps with exercise, how to do it properly, helps
Sure.
with what meals like and so forth. We know I'm not an expert, so we have gone outside of our environment and we brought in and we've talked to pharmacists to come in. We want some therapists to come in. We're looking at nurse practitioners, dietitians, yoga Tai Chi instructor, chiropractor. The idea of trying to bring in different aspects of your health changes
Right.
and how they can help and how you can help yourself and be careful of certain things happening that can actually prevent that.
Right.
So we are bringing in these experts to help us do this to change that lifestyle for everybody.
Right. And like you said, there might be questions about medication that you're on, or you might find that one medication makes you really, really hungry all the time. And, it would be nice to have a pharmacist there to ask some of those questions or to explain how some things interact with other things. Or sometimes when people start to become more healthy, they start with all these herbal supplements. But there are some that you have to be careful with what medications you're on when you're starting all that stuff. So
Right.
that's a really critical component to it, because like you said, it kind of brings it all together, because it isn't just about the weight loss,
No.
but it is about getting healthier all around.
Yes,
Yeah.
and to maintain that if you can as you go along.
Right.
So as a part of the MOVE program, they had them on staff because it was out of their clinic. We actually went out into the community to find persons. We have some committed already.
Right.
Others are interested. We should have the commitments by the time we get to our informational meeting in December. But that's to help them do the whole job, yes.
Right. So who would be a good candidate? If I've got 5 pounds to lose, don't we wish? Should I be signing up for this?
We're not
or
looking for cosmetics. We're looking basically for people who really are in my position, or pre-diabetic or thereabouts, need to lose the weight so they don't become diabetic. People with joint issues where they have
Right.
a joint replacement, they're overweight. It would help them much better if they didn't have that much weight. Or I have a problem with my knees or hips or so forth.
Right.
Losing weight would help. People with heart conditions. People just are obese, and they need to lose weight in case to prevent them from becoming ill, and that's what we're really looking for.
Right.
For cosmetic,
So not just
loss-
anybody.
Not
Right.
just everybody.
Yeah.
No, right. You're right. And it really is, again, the end goal is that health component of being able to age healthy. Because, when you can't move and you can't do anything, it's not as much fun as when you can be up and active and still be out and about doing things.
Right.
Yep.
So somebody wanting to lose a larger amount of weight is a really good candidate for this program.
Yes.
And so tell me what a typical meeting is going to be like then, or how often are you going to meet? What's the length of the program? That type of stuff.
The program is for 6 months, and this
6
is
months.
a commitment program. If you start this program, you can't come and go as you want to. You should be going to every single session, because part of it's that to get together with your support group.
Right.
And to be able to communicate with each other and talk to each other and bring up problems you've had, maybe someone solved the problems. So it's essential that you do this and keep yourself on track. You'll be meeting starting the 6th of January. The second meeting will be the 13th, then every 2 weeks thereafter.
And those are Tuesdays, correct?
Those are Tuesdays, 9:30
Okay.
in the morning to 11 o'clock.
Okay, so why don't you say that all again? So when does it meet? What day of the week?
Meets on a Tuesday, starts on January the 6th,
Okay.
and it meets from 9:30 to 11 o'clock.
And that would be at the South Building of the Oshkosh Senior Center.
Yes.
Yes.
The first meeting, I believe, is going to be in the North Building,
Right.
after that in the South.
So we'll kind of go right into that. So if I'm a little bit curious about what this is all about, but I'm not sure it's a good fit for me, you guys are going to hold an informational meeting on this, correct?
Yep. Monday, December 15th. It's going to be at the North Building in the Campbell Creek. So
Okay.
if you want to register, we will, it's free to register for the informational meeting. You'll just come in, we'll talk about what to expect from the program. If you want to join, then you can, or you can wait till the beginning of the program, January 6th, and join also. We will be expected to pay the fee for it, which will be $40.
Okay.
For the whole 6 months.
Right.
You don't have to pay that until you register, though, in January.
Okay. And a part of what is included in that fee are all the handouts. So they get a binder to take home with them, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
So there's you learn something in class, and then you can take it home and you can review it and apply it, hopefully, and just keep going over it and going over it and going over it.
They will be given things they must do for the next week.
There's homework.
There's homework. So the first time when we meet, the first thing they're going to be told to do is just keep track of everything you eat. So when we come back next week, we want to see, did you keep in track of this?
Right.
Then each week we'll add on something different. Now we'll add on, now why don't you portion what you're eating
Right.
and keep track of it. But the main thing is, that I found in weight loss and what MOVE pushes for, is you must document everything you do. Exercise as well as the food you intake
Right.
and so forth.
Well, statistically, those who keep track in a food journal tend to lose more weight because you're not always aware. Whoops, I just slipped that little thing in my mouth. Whoops, cracker here, hand full of chips there. But when there's something about writing it down that is really an accountability thing that it really kind of goes, wow,
Because you
holy cow.
forget just the
Yes.
random things you eat
Yes.
throughout the day.
So that first couple of weeks, then you're not really asking them to modify their diet. You say, let's just start where you're at. Let's see what you all eat. Let's see what your intake is.
It's one of the critical things here is have a lot of people talk about you've got to eat all these healthy foods. Well, on a fixed diet or a fixed income, that's not always possible. So what we have to do is you have to blend the fresh as well as what we have available to us outside of that and try to budget it in. So we'll talk also a little bit about shopping, when to shop, when's the best time to buy things,
Sure.
and how to store and so forth. We'll start talking about fresh versus the frozen versus the canned, and then how we can blend it together. And they'll be keeping track of different parameters of what they eat, such as calories or carbs or fiber
Sure.
and so forth. So they'll be learning that over time also as part of things they'll keep track of as they go along.
Well, and that's one of the keys what you just said, Jim, over time. Okay, so when you first start out, you're not expected to know all this stuff and all this, how to da-da-da-da-da. That's part of what you're going to teach.
Correct.
Is, how to read labels, how to analyze what you're taking in versus what you're putting out. And, where if you're gaining weight, something's out of balance. and how to find that, because, there's a lot of foods that we think are healthy and we're eating them, but we're gaining weight and can't figure it out. And then you find out, what's really in it or the hidden thing behind it.
Yep.
So again, let's go over it. So the informational meeting is going to be,
Monday, December 15th at 9:30 at the North Building.
okay, and no fee to attend
No
that.
fee to attend that, nope.
Okay.
And then the actual program will start January 6th.
Okay,
And then we'll have another meeting that next week, January 13th, and then after that it'll be every other week on Tuesday
okay.
for the meetings.
And again, the fee to join was to be involved is $40. And so for their $40, they're going to have a binder.
Yep.
They're going to have you as a resource for
Yes.
fitness issues and things like that.
Yep.
They're going to have you kind of leading the meetings and things like that. You've also arranged for pharmacists and chiropractors and dietitians and all different kinds of educational components to come in.
All of
or
those
people.
persons also would help people individually. They're going to do it as a group session. If people want individual help, they can ask these people to get individual help, and they'll be given that.
Okay.
So it isn't like they're just going to come and just address the meeting. They've all said that if they need help, we can also volunteer some
And
individual
I will
help.
also do that.
Oh, that's
I will,
wonderful.
if they want to meet with me personally, they can come to my office and I can meet with them, if they want specific things from me or.
Sure.
And then they also had the support from everyone else in the program, which I think is a
Exactly,
big
and I
and
was just going to
important
say,
aspect.
yeah, that is a really critical aspect, because as you are making these changes, suddenly the people that you go out to eat with, you're no longer eating what they do. There's a lot of emotional things to work through and different changes, not only to you personally, but to people in your circle of life. And
It may amaze people what you can and can't eat. I have no limitation on what I can eat when I do the MOVE program. It's how much you eat and how often you eat certain things. So as you keep track, you can build in very fancy meals into your what you're doing, as long as you balance throughout the day what you're going to do.
Right.
And you're going to have times you're going to cheat. That's fine, as long as you can get back to what you're going to do.
Right, and it's really, like you said, though, it's not a diet. It's a
No.
lifestyle. So you're not cheating because you can't deprive yourself of everything you love.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you do it, then you got to do something else over here to keep that equal.
Exactly.
Right.
Correct.
All right. So any last motivational words for somebody thinking about this?
Please try it. You'll be
Yep.
surprised how easy it is. You'll be surprised how much fun the classes are. You'll be surprised how much you'll get along with the other people in your class. And that's the key, the camaraderie that you build up, the trust you have for each other, so you can share your problems and not feel that they're going to be taken anywhere but you poke fun of.
Right.
We don't believe it. We always want encouragement in every class we do.
Right. And I respect that the program is 6 months because these changes aren't going to happen overnight. And anytime somebody goes through a major change, it takes time. So that's, excuse me, that's neat that the program is so long. All right, so I just again want to say thank you, and Jim, for all of the time that you've been putting into this because you've done a lot of the prep work for this. It's exciting to have it at the center. I think it's really going to impact people's lives who choose to be involved in it. And Amanda, your support is going to be critical for the lifestyle changes. So thank you, Jim, for your work, and Amanda,
I'm
yay!
excited.
Exactly.
It'll be good.
Exactly. All right. So not only do we have that program coming up, but we have other things coming up a little bit before January, which is exciting too. So I'd like to share with you some of the things that we have coming up at the Oshkosh Senior Center. And Amanda's going to help me do this. So,
All right, the first one is chair massages. We have those Tuesdays, November 4th through the 25th. It's 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m., $1 per minute. Massages will be done by Carrie Coffrin, licensed massage therapist. You can call Carrie directly for an appointment at 920-410-3950.
and I just would like to say with those massages, they are awesome.
I love
Just
massages.
happens to be kind of outside my office, so I wander on in there and see what Carrie is up to. But again, if you'd like to make an appointment for those massages, you do need to call Carrie directly. All right, so if you have pain or nagging injury keeping you from having an active life, chances are you might need to talk to a physical therapist. And we do have physical therapy consultation coming to the Oshkosh Senior Center on Thursday, November 13th from 2:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. And again, on Tuesday, November 25th from 9:30 to 10:30 in the morning. So if you would like to meet with a physical therapist, please call 232-5310 to schedule an appointment to do that. And that's Jim Taylor coming, and he is a physical therapist and orthopedic clinical specialist. So the other thing we have coming up is Reiki, help me out here, Reiki and acupressure. What is it and how can it help me? Come and find out about this. This is an alternative medicine, a different way to approach some things that are going on with your body, and a different way to get in tune with what's all going on. And that would be on Friday, November 21st, 10 a.m. in the South Building. And that's presented by Rita Darbosh, who is with Holistic Balance.
All right, Friday, November 21st, we also have a holiday decorating and a light lunch. Please help us decorate for the holidays. It's 10 a.m. Meet at the South Building.
All right, and with that holiday decorating, that light lunch, those of you who have been around the center at the holidays, we have a beautiful decorating plan and scheme and things like that. So we need lots of hands to help carry that out. It really does help to bring the magic to the center during the holidays. So please join us for that. All right, also, we have on sale at the Oshkosh Senior Center the OCM cards. These cards are small cards, about the size of a credit card, but they are good for discounts at area businesses, 21 area businesses. So this is a win-win for both of us. It helps to benefit Oshkosh Community Media, and it also helps to benefit the Oshkosh Senior Center because we make a little bit on every card we sell. These are great gift ideas, great stocking stuffers. So if you don't know what to get somebody for the holidays, this is perfect. As I said, there's 21 different businesses listed on it, and you get a variety of discounts. And the cards are good for multiple uses. It's not that you can just use that discount once, but you can use it for as many times as you go to that business in 2015. So the cost of that card is only $10. So for $10, they get lots of opportunity to have discounts at restaurants. You get to give a really cool gift, and the Senior Center makes some money, and OCM makes some money. So it's win all the way around. And lastly, I do want to highlight the OSC Golden Tones will be having their holiday concert on Sunday, December 7th. So that's a little bit ahead, but get that marked on your calendar. And that will be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the North Building. This is a phenomenal concert. Anybody who's heard the Golden Tones sing, they really have worked very hard and have developed a very good reputation for being very quality music. They're going to do a little bit of a tribute to veterans and to Pearl Harbor that day, as well as some of the holiday tunes. So please come and join us on Sunday, December 7th, 2 o'clock p.m. in the North Building. Again, that's for the OSC Golden Tones Holiday Concert. And Paula Steinert is the director of the Golden Tones, and we've also snuck her in for another little concert. She'll be coming on December 9th. She and Marshall Potter will be doing a holiday song at the Oshkosh Senior Center in the South Building. So all of those things are happening at the Oshkosh Senior Center. Lots of very, very cool things going on. We hope you can come and join us for Senior Connects if that's of interest to you. We hope that you can come and participate in the program we talked about today. We hope that you'll just come on down and check us out, because there's so much going on all the time. It's really a great place, and we feel very proud about the way we help to enrich the lives of people. So thank you for joining, and thank you for watching Senior Savvy. See you next time.